Hello guys, and welcome to the ultimate guide to long-term wealth creation by Demetriades. About 99% of people don't have a problem in their ability to earn more money. Everyone is capable of earning more money. 99% of people have the problem of preserving and multiplying the money that they've already made. You see, a typical entrepreneur's journey, assuming they don't have a 9-to-5 job, assuming they're building a scalable business, they're on the online space and they're doing very, very well, will look very similar to this, where their income is naturally increasing, they have pullbacks, but overall their income is increasing. And what will happen is, as their income is increasing, because they're doing very well, they're enjoying the fruits of their labor, and they've never been taught this very, very basic principle, their expenses in red will also naturally increase. And what we have here is this gap between income and expenses. And you can see how this gap is very, very small. Now, this is what we call the freedom gap. This is the gap between our expenses and our income. And we want to have this gap in blue as large as possible, so we can live a life with peace of mind, okay, with freedom and with room for error. Because what happens inevitably on every entrepreneur's journey is they face challenges. Maybe a payment processor goes down, maybe a business gets shut down, and all of a sudden their income in black drops, but expenses have stayed the same or increase. You see, one of the hardest things to reduce in life is expenses. Once you've started living a very, very good, fruitful lifestyle, you're enjoying the fruits of your labor, it's very, very hard to decrease back down. And so naturally what will happen, as they've taken that hit in business, something happened, their expenses have stayed the same, all of a sudden this gap right here is no longer freedom. There is no freedom involved, because it's now debt, it's now slavery. Their expenses are now higher than their income, all because they didn't manage to discipline their expenses, but rather, as their income increased, they just naturally increased their expenses. So here is debt. This is when your expenses are larger than your income. Now this gap here is freedom. And we want to increase our freedom gap as much as possible. So after I learned this principle, I'm going to show you how my entrepreneur journey has looked in applying this principle, which is how at a very, very young age I'm able to travel the world, buy nice cars, buy nice watches, all because of applying this simple principle and applying it with discipline over a period of time. So my entrepreneurial journey, okay, started out income increasing. Okay, I work very hard, I have a very, very strong team around me, and I do very well in business. But naturally, I've faced many challenges. It's not been 100% linear. There's been many, many challenges that have occurred. So my income has looked roughly like this. But what I've done very, very smartly and very, very cleverly is my expenses in red have always increased very, very slowly and not relative to my income. So yes, my expenses do go up slightly as I invest more into myself, into my education, into my lifestyle, into my environment, into the people I hang around, but they have not increased at the rate my income has. So what's happened is my freedom gap has increased, and I live a life of freedom. So no matter what people say to me, no matter what people do, I always have freedom involved in my life, purely on the basis that I've managed to discipline my expenses. Now, as you increase your freedom gap in life, as you increase your income, but your expenses still stay very, very low at the start of your journey, you're gonna be producing spare money. This freedom is really just money that's going into your bank that you're keeping. And what real players do, how the rich get wealthy, is by moving their spare money or spare capital from their earned income, from your business like e-commerce or sales or whatever your business is currently. They will move that spare capital into investments. And investments are where the rich get wealthy. Investments are where you are no longer exchanging time for money. It is now money for money and money for time. Now you want to get to the stage where you are living off your investment income. Now your investment income is also going to be much more stable. It's going to compound much, much faster, and you now have time on your side. So as your money compounds, as you start earning more money and putting more money into investments, it's going to build into a very, very big nest. And you want to live off your investment income. So when you buy a nice watch, you buy a nice car, you have no emotional attachment to that decision. You have no emotional attachment to the money that you use to purchase that thing with. So you can start spending more, you can start enjoying life, you can start traveling, because this is money from investments where no time is associated with that money. And as a byproduct, there's no emotional attachment to that money. So in very, very simple terms, guys, discipline your expenses. As you start earning more, that doesn't mean that you need to start spending more. You don't need to start flexing people with nice cars, with nice watches at the start of your journey. Even if you're earning a good amount of money, you want to be smart and move that money into investment vehicles, and the investment money is what you want to live off. Now, another trick that I've used to really, really help in life is having at least 1 year's living expenses saved in a completely separate bank account to anything you touch. So again, this is increasing your freedom gap. Not only as your income increases are you putting that money into investments, but as you do so, you also have a 1 whole year of living covered that you never ever touch. The idea is that you're never ever going to touch this anyway, okay? And you're not going to need to touch this. You can stack multiple years on top of yourself as you progress, but your freedom is further increased. And this is how you live a life, not only of earning a great amount of money, but enjoying the fruits of your labor in time.